Austrian section was founded in 1891, and its membership is 58. There are 3 lodges, and they offer weekly lectures throughout the study year. Study subjects are based on classical theosophical teachings and related subjects. Lectures are regularly placed on the TS Austria website. In August, some members attended the summer school of the German TS, Hartmann Group. They receive the triannual magazine Adjar, also from the German TS. In March of 2021, the annual meeting was held and the executive committee was elected. The incumbent organizing secretary was re-elected. In Belgium, some groups restarted meetings online, whereas some had none until September, when physical meetings could start again. The online meetings were helpful for participants from other countries, speaking Dutch and French. A new website, tsbelgium.be, was launched in August, and a Dutch translation of The Miracle of Birth by Jeffrey Hodson was published. The annual general meeting was held online in June. The Stained Glass Project continues. The loss of 3 long-standing members contributed significantly to the fall in membership. England and Wales were founded in 1888 and 1922. The membership is 509. The work of the section was conducted online due to the COVID-19 related restrictions. The 21 Sunday evening lectures covered a range of theosophical and related subjects, including theosophy and archetypes, a secret history of consciousness, living theosophy, and journey of self-transformation, by homegrown speakers as well as international speakers. The talks and study groups were online until recently, when physical meets have been permitted, to the relief of members who missed the warmth of personal contact. All classical theosophical books were studied, as well as the Kabbalah. The White Lotus Group for unattached members ran a series of talks throughout the year. Over the year, there has been an increase of interest in the TSE website and YouTube and Facebook pages. 2 online diplomas in Theosophical Studies continue with global participants. A higher diploma is planned for next year. Lodge and center officials meet online 3 times a year. A monthly newsletter is also sent out. A biannual magazine, Esoterica, goes to all members and public bodies and institutes. A recent survey of the members indicated that most came to the society through family or friends, and they valued the society for the theosophical teachings, for its freedom of thought and being with like-minded people. The greatest interests were the spiritual quest, theosophy, and esoteric philosophy. The majority preferred physical meetings to virtual ones. Ms. Jenny Baker, General Secretary. The Finland section was founded in 1907. Membership is 316. The section has 19 lodges and a study center. The annual general meeting was held peacefully in Helsinki in September after a delay due to the pandemic. The main event of the year was the summer school in Kravila in July with the theme Yama and Niyama, the ethical basis of the spiritual path. Another event in Kravila was a course on music, the great medicine of mankind. In Estonia, the local lodges arranged the Estonian summer school with the theme Daily Life Within the Changing World. They also had a winter seminar in Tartu in January and an autumn study camp in Aigvidu in August. Other activities continued mostly online, regular lodge studies, public lectures, seminars, and courses around the country. The Evolution of Higher Consciousness by Pablo Sender was translated into Finnish and published with 300 copies. Activities were diversified and enlarged in France. All activities took place online. Monthly public lectures by French speakers from Europe and further were much appreciated. Bi-monthly courses and meditation sessions attracted a core of interested participants. A new online study group on the Mahatma Letters was created together with the Belgian section. Another one, dedicated especially to new members on fundamental theosophical ideas, was launched in autumn 2021, with the idea of eventually developing it into an online lodge. The National Convention took place in July. The section's general online presence has grown, including Facebook, YouTube, and weekly e-newsletters. This has allowed more audience from several French-speaking countries to take part in the programs and to attract new members. Although the bookshop was closed, clients were able to order books online, by phone, or by post. The library, also closed, received occasional visitors and readers. Monthly magazine, Le Lotus Bleu, was published both in electronic and hard copy form.
TS Germany was founded in 1902. The current membership is 125. The section has 7 lodges and 3 study centers. The Northern and the Southern German Autumn Meetings 2020 were allowed to take place despite COVID-19, and members were happy to meet again. However, the spring meeting had to be canceled. The main event was the summer school in July and the General Assembly with elections. Summer school was online, modeled on the International Convention, and was good training for the 2021 online convention in December. The book, The Silent Way, by Wesley Tudor Pole, was gifted to members for home studies. The magazine, Adyar, continues to be published thrice yearly. TS Greece was founded in 1926. The current membership is 122. There are 8 lodges and 1 study center in the section. Since November 2020, joint lodge meetings and lectures have been conducted online. A dozen meetings took place and the average attendance was 30 members. A study group on the Secret Doctrine also had online meetings. Foundation Day, White Lotus Day, and Adyar Day were also celebrated online. Besant and Leadbeater's book Talks on the Path of Occultism, Volume 2, Commentary on Light on the Path, was translated and published in Greek, and Volume 3, Commentary on the Voice of the Silence, is under proofreading. The magazine, ILI-SOS, was published every 3 months. TS Hungary was founded in 1907. The current membership is 29. Due to the passing away of János Szabáry, the former presidential representative, an extraordinary General Assembly meeting was held to elect the new person. A regular meeting was conducted in the autumn. The one lodge has about 2/3 of the membership, and the rest are unattached. A member has started promoting theosophy in neighboring Slovakia. All 14 public lectures were given online. White Lotus Day was also celebrated this way. A YouTube channel, Hidden Side of Our World, is maintained with over 100 videos and 2,000 registered viewers. Addition of more videos is in progress. Publicity for programs and events is done through Facebook. The translation of At the Feet of the Master was published, and John Stell's Practical Spirituality is planned to be published next year. 2 new books published were The Key to Theosophy and Self-Transformation. A total of 37 theosophical books are available in Hungarian. A new website has been set up with 170 downloadable translations of theosophical literature. In Iceland, the summer school could not be held this year, and only a limited number of public meetings, Friday lecture meetings, and Saturday meditation meetings could be held. The attendance was restricted to 20 people. The annual Theosophical Journal, Gangleri, is published with 160 pages and 350 subscribers, and with the front cover having a Nicholas Roerich painting. The bookshop and library with over 5,000 titles are open just before the Friday lectures. The website contains all information on the section, its history, activities, events, lectures, and articles by various authors, and so on. There are now 9 active lodges. This year, the section is 100 years old, and the celebrations are planned for next year after renovating the headquarters. The annual general meeting was held in December.
Ireland, founded in 1919, membership 95. Due to COVID-19 related restrictions, no physical meetings have taken place. All members were provided with online study notes, messages, and uplifting quotations. Information received, especially regarding online meetings from Adyar, European School of Theosophy, TS Philippines, Crotona Institute, and School of Theosophy, and TS Russia were passed on to members to link into their online meetings. During lockdown, new members have joined via information from theosophyireland.com website. Members have experienced a closeness and kinship with many countries worldwide due to the shift to the online mode. The Italian section was founded in 1902 and its membership is 794. The section has 26 lodges and 16 study centers. Activity was still heavily conditioned by the regulations related to COVID-19. Nonetheless, online communication made it possible not only to get the regular work done, but also to develop new initiatives and contacts due to the growing interest in the Society's activities. The website attracted over 6,000 visits and over 4,000 people receive a monthly newsletter. The web presence includes information on Facebook and Instagram and a YouTube channel that live streams and hosts recordings of events. The books published during the year in Italian were Foundations of the Esoteric Philosophy by Anthony Hoskins, The Secret Doctrine Summary of H.P. Blavatsky, Esoteric Buddhism, A.P. Sinnott, Through the Gates of Gold, Mabel Collins, and At the Feet of the Master by J. Krishnamurti. The 106th National Congress, planned for June 2020, was held online in December on the theme Theosophy and Education, from Maria Montessori to the present time. The Ascona Theosophical Seminary, collaboration between the European Federation and the Swiss section, was held online in March. White Lotus Day was celebrated online with the Ukrainian section. The 107th National Congress took place in September 2021 on Theosophy and the Initiatory Journey, A Path to Freedom, with about 80 people present in person and also broadcast live. The introductory course on Theosophy and the TS had a surprising appeal, and 3 editions were organized for 90 participants. The new online initiative, Wednesdays with the TS, has an interview lasting no more than an hour and a half, with the chance for the public to ask questions. About 15 editions have been organized with an average attendance of 100 people. They began by including Tim Boyd.
Strawman is the one active local group of the TS in Norway, and Dharma Lodge is where the members meet 4 times a year studying the secret doctrine. There are also a few unattached members. Since the advent of COVID-19, online meetings have been the norm, with a maximum of 6 persons meeting physically as per government guidelines. Some meeting topics have been Meister Eckhart, Science and Spirituality, Simone Weil, Zen Yoga, Blavatsky's meditation diagram, and so on. The organizing secretary was newly elected in the current year. In Portugal, along with the celebration of the traditional commemorative days, there were fortnightly online meetings, ranging from the traditional public talks to panels and discussion groups, all well attended. The section celebrated its centenary online in September with the theme Theosophy, the Flow of Life, with dignity and simplicity in a fraternal atmosphere. Besides Portuguese speakers, there were participants from around the world. The section website provides information on the history and activities. A regular newsletter is published and social media are used for publicity. Lodges and study groups have been using video conference platforms. TS in Russia has held 52 online meetings over the past year. 9 of them were attended by international TS speakers. A weekly meditation course began its work in September 2020. The National Congress was held together with Brazilian Theosophists. It was the first and very successful experience of cooperation in such a big event. The annual All-Russian Conference was held in the spring of 2021. During this year, 9 roundtables of theosophical topics were held with offline and online participants. The translated Russian version of the Theosophist continues. Every Sunday there is a webinar on the Secret Doctrine by H.P. Blavatsky. 9 theosophical books have been published in Russian. For the first time, the School of Wisdom was held with Greek Theosophists. The summer meeting, The Path of Discipleship, was organized with the help of Ukrainian and Indian Theosophists and with international TS speakers from India. The Siberian Theosophical Center in Makarevka gathers Theosophists for its seminars twice a year. Social networks are developing. There are weekly online meetings on organizational topics, which are open for all members of TS in Russia. TS Scotland was founded in 1910. The current membership is 82. The year presented many challenges both for the association with its 3 lodges and 1 study center and for humanity as a whole, due to the ravages of COVID-19. The physical limitations were overcome by holding meetings online, which, to a certain extent, served to perpetuate the sense of community and pursuit of the society's objectives. The members are all looking forward to the resumption of our normal lodge activities.
The TS in Slovenia has 4 lodges and 2 study centers. All meetings were online. The weekly lectures were 31 in number, including the celebration meetings of Foundation Day, Adyar Day, and White Lotus Day. Meditation at the beginning and end of meetings and discussion after lectures were an integral part of all 2-hour meetings. Though no school events could be done, the online platform enabled members to attend functions conducted by other sections and by Adyar. The magazine Theosophical Thought dedicated an entire issue to Blavatsky on the occasion of White Lotus Day. The website Teosofska-Društvo.si has soft copies of all magazines. The general meeting was conducted in April. In Spain, during the past year, the branches have used online means for study and lectures, including from other sections and international centers. Having past lectures on YouTube has made it easier for those unable to attend the lectures live, including those of the yearly international convention. Most importantly, non-English speaking members have been able to follow the convention thanks to translations in different languages, serving to bring together all members of the TS in a united movement, seeking spiritual growth individually as well as globally. Feedback from such events is very positive. A basic theosophy course, Theosophy in the 21st Century, was offered in many branches online. Those who completed this were offered an advanced course. Some workshops were organized in a participatory way, where attendees contributed their opinions and visions on the topics addressed. The annual Silent Retreat was held in December online on practical occultism, with a higher attendance than in previous editions. This was also a greater year for participation in the School of the Wisdom organized at Adyar in the Spanish language.
TS Sweden was founded in 1895. The current membership is 162. Tidlös Visdom, Timeless Wisdom, the quarterly magazine, was distributed free of cost to all members. Most of the planned activities had to be canceled due to COVID-19. 2 groups met online for studying The Secret Doctrine and Raja Yoga by Wallace Slater. There were also 3 online lectures on the Mahatma Letters, Alice Bailey, and How Real is Reality. The usual mini-schools in autumn and spring, and the summer school held jointly with the Finnish section, had to be canceled. Foundation Day on the 17th of November and White Lotus Day on 8th of May were celebrated online too. Apart from a short break, the bookshop was kept open 2 days a week. All the library books were cataloged. The TOS group continued its support to Mango Tree, a school project in Goa, India, for children living in slums. TS Switzerland was founded in 1910. The current membership is 27. The group meetings continued regularly, some weekly and some monthly. The activities were not affected and no member felt isolated without communication during the COVID-19 related lockdown period due to the usage of online meeting tools in all the 3 languages. The European seminar was held online and the lectures are available on the Italian YouTube channel in collaboration with the European Federation and Italy. The activity in the Italian part of Switzerland is now stable and consolidated. The one in the German part is expanding, and the request of some participants to create a group for Lausanne, Geneva bodes well. Face-to-face meetings have resumed in some groups, and weekly headquarter meetings are also expected soon. In Ukraine, there are 8 branches and 1 study center. In November, there was the annual convention in Ukraine on the theme Cultivation of the Divine Seed. A 6-month online study course was conducted on ageless wisdom for beginners. There were 18 lectures in Russian attended by audience from Ukraine, Russia, America, and Israel. A 2-month spring course, Highest Laws and Rules of Spiritual Life in Different Traditions, was held with the followers of traditions such as Christian, Buddhist, Sufi, Kabbalah, Baha'i, Masonic, and so on, who were not TS members. White Lotus Day was celebrated jointly by 2 sections, Ukrainian and Italian, online in Italian, Russian, and Ukrainian. A Department of Education was newly created. Benson Houchin's book on education was translated into Ukrainian and published.
The East and Central African section is comprised of 4 countries: Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Zambia. Some lodges were unable to have any meetings, while some could with reduced attendance. Online talks, organized by various groups of the TS world, were useful for interested members to continue their studies and keep in touch with the TS activities. Due to the time difference, talks from the Philippines and India were preferred. But the internet being very expensive, many members could not join these sessions due to lack of infrastructure. Online talks from around the world are most likely to attract young members to Theosophy, and hopefully development of IT technology will pick up soon in Africa. Office bearers were elected for the next 3 years. The introduction of group discussions on pre-announced topics has had a good response, especially from young members. The East and Southeast Asia Presidential Agency is comprised of 4 lodges in Japan, Malaysia, Myanmar, and Singapore. The Singapore and Myanmar lodges were founded by Colonel H.S. Olcott and are among the oldest in the TS world. The Nippon Lodge in Japan has online monthly webinars. Books published in Japanese were The Ocean of Theosophy, Light on the Path, and The Voice of the Silence. The Selangor Lodge in Malaysia was closed from May 1st to September 5th. Meetings were held online and members participated in various international events. No report was received from the Olcott Lodge in Myanmar. The Singapore Lodge held weekly meetings and study classes at half capacity. The 48th edition of A Course in Theosophy was held in June, and 11 new members joined. Foundation Day, White Lotus Day, Wesak Day, and the Lodge Anniversary Day were celebrated without any food or drink. The Australian section was founded in 1895 and has a membership of 708. The new president of the Australian section, Stephen MacDonald, was inaugurated in January. Many lodges and groups in Australia continued with the innovative online methods to communicate and do the work of the Theosophical Society, such as e-bulletins to augment the regular paper, newsletters, and programs, live online lectures and study groups, and website resources for home study. After many years at their old home, the Melbourne Lodge of the Theosophical Society moved into a new building, which includes a bookshop, compendious library, and spacious meeting rooms. An opening ceremony was held on White Lotus Day, which was attended by the National Secretary, National President, and a full house of members and friends. In Bangladesh, there is one lodge having weekly study circle meetings of different groups, based on categories such as Egyptology, Theosophy, and Rosicrucianism. Besides the studies and discussions, service activities are done by the lodge, such as distribution of rice and blankets for people who cannot afford them. Moreover, 2 books have been published, one on Theosophy and the other on Rosicrucianism. Every day, the members practice social work in their jobs. The Indian section was founded in 1891 and has a membership of 9,039 members. The section is in a healthy state with 480 lodges and 13 study centers. A positive result of COVID-19 was the evolution of online lectures, resulting in both an increase in audience attendance as well as the discovery of new speakers, many of them young theosophists. The new college building was completed with an additional capacity of 300 students, and there are plans to expand the scope of courses offered to the management and education streams. The Besant Education Fellowship has been managing 2 schools in the section headquarters campus. A physical meeting marked the celebration of Annie Besant's birth anniversary, whereas Foundation Day, Adyar Day, and White Lotus Day were celebrated in online meetings. The practice of having life members on the basis of a commuted fee was stopped due to the suspicion that there are those who have ceased to be members and there is no information. After giving the opportunity for existing life members to confirm their presence for continued membership, 745 of the 1,188 members were dropped due to lack of response. This has contributed significantly to the overall membership drop of about 14% from the previous year. The 129th convention was conducted online in December on the theme Awareness Transforms Life. It was chaired by Vikau Chin Jr. The first public lecture in memory of Radha Bernier, the 7th International President of the Theosophical Society, was held on October 30th, with the keynote address, Radhaji, Glimpses of Her Life and Influence, which was attended by around 90 global participants. The 97th Easter Conference, originally called the South Indian Conference, was held online in April with about 250 registrants, 68 from outside of India, on the theme Theosophy and J. Krishnamurti. Of the 16 federations, 7 held online annual conferences and 3 face-to-face. One of them was the Telugu Federation's centenary celebrations planned for March 2020, which had to be deferred, and was held exactly 1 year later. 150 members of the general public participated. The annual study camp had to be postponed and was conducted online, directed by the Venerable Olande Thero on mindfulness, the heart of Buddhist meditation, with 100 members in attendance. No study camps could be organized at the popular Himalayan Study Center at Bowali. Over 80 study classes were held online on the Mahatma letters and other theosophical topics. Also, numerous special lectures, seminars, workshops, and other programs were conducted in English and Hindi, a good number of them by the more than 15 national lecturers. Overall, propagation of theosophy was the highest in decades due to the extensive use of online media. The TOS continued its activities such as empowerment of women, subsistence and treatment support for COVID-19 affected and economically deprived families, cyclone relief, and so on.
TS Indonesia was founded in 1912. The current membership is 239. There are 9 lodges under the section. There were weekly regular studies of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras and At the Feet of the Master, for members only, and periodical independent studies led by guest speakers on various topics. Yoga and meditation sessions were also conducted on a weekly basis led by a member. White Lotus Day was celebrated within the section on the 9th of May and jointly with the Indo-Pacific sections on the 8th of May, the latter organized by TS Philippines. There was also a year-end casual meetup done online for New Year 2021. The TS in New Zealand was founded in 1896. The current membership is 536. The section comprises of 12 branches and 4 study centers. The keynote event during the year was the National Annual Convention held in January on the theme Awakening Compassion, Deepening the Connection. The following regular events were also held during the year. The School of Theosophy event had the theme The Spiritual Path in Daily Life, exploring the Mahatma letters. 2 immersion weekends in October 2020 and July 2021 on exploring pathways of unfolding awareness and reincarnation explored, surveyed the principal keynotes underlying the ancient wisdom and encouraged deepening awareness and insight for participants. One-day seminars were conducted at various branches or study centers, focusing on core foundations of theosophy. A free, top-rated online course made up of 6 short videos exploring theosophical perspectives on the divine wisdom was made available on Udemy.com and has over 600 subscribers. 2 regional events sponsored by the section were held, giving an opportunity for branches to get together to take stock and share. TS Pakistan was founded in 1948. The TS work is going on well in Karachi City. The TOS is working in full swing. They support the nursing training supported by UN. The Jamshed Memorial School functions in the TS building in the mornings, with classes from Montessori to Class 5 with about 600 students. The Menwala Montessori Institute for Training Underprivileged Teachers functions there in the afternoons. Kadeep schools with grants from TS in New Zealand, Australia, and other donors are functioning well. Teachers impart Montessori training to underprivileged at home. Jamshed Memorial Libraries open for children and the general public. Members' meetings are online. 2 senior members passed to eternal light. The 150th birth anniversary of Dr. Maria Montessori was celebrated. In the Philippines, joint lodge meetings continued every week. Speakers and participants, including those who were based in other countries. The online template was also a model for other sections and lodges to emulate. Guided meditation was held every first Sunday of the month. Midweek meditation sessions were conducted every Wednesday. Sessions were rotated among member volunteers as a training ground for facilitating meditation in lodges. 2 online self-transformation seminars were conducted. An online introductory course on theosophy was held every Sunday from February to April 2021. A 5-session studying the Bible from an independent viewpoint was facilitated. Also, an intermediate course on the Mahatmas, the path of discipleship and initiation. The National Convention was held online in November 2020 with the theme, The Relevance of Applied Theosophy in Our World Today. The Visayas Mindanao Federation Regional Convention was held in August 2021 with the theme, Reason, Intuition, Awareness, Pathways to Right Action. A year-end joint lodge gathering was held in December 2020 with participation from all over the world. A Kumustahan Hello Session was held in September 2021 to check on the condition of the members, considering some COVID infections and even death among members. Free Space Youth Group had regular monthly online talks. The Theosophical Digest, the Philippine Theosophist newsletter, and Peace Ideas continued to be published. Correspondence courses continue.
Central America was founded in 1929. The membership is at present 11 members. At present, the TS of Central America is in the form of 2 lodges and a study center, though they are undergoing major financial difficulties. Activities aimed at the diffusion of theosophy include a directed course on the secret doctrine. Due to the pandemic, the lodges did not have the opportunity to meet for study sessions. They participated in the 2021 Triennial Congress of the Inter-American Theosophical Federation and in the election of the new president and the executive committee. Both lodges have begun to use video conferencing with the purpose of spreading theosophical knowledge. The section in Argentina was founded in 1920. Membership is 275. During the year, though 20 members resigned, 15 new members have joined. Now the section has almost exclusively online activities due to COVID-19 related restrictions. All 17 lodges and 7 study groups continued with their meetings online. Public lectures and meditation sessions, and for the general public, they were also done online, with an average attendance of about 100 people. The online introductory course continued, and of the 150 people who started, 32 qualified for a certificate. The advanced course that started in August continues with 130 participants. 3 titles were edited in Spanish during the year: Esoteric Instructions by Blavatsky, Reflections on the Ageless Wisdom by Joy Mills, and Pláticas Teosóficas by Juan Viñas. All of them in Spanish language. The section also worked with the Inter-American Theosophical Federation to produce a weekly program of lectures in Spanish. It is hoped that physical meetings will start soon. The Bolivian group was founded in 1965 with a membership of 56. The new presidential representative was appointed in July. Before that, the General Assembly was held in October. Various online lectures and talks were delivered, organized by the section. All 5 branches and 2 study centers had online meetings. A new quarterly magazine was launched in September. The Theosophical Order of Service has been given a new impetus. It supported 2 welfare centers, one a home for low-income mothers and their children, and the other a temporary shelter for visitors who come from rural areas for medical treatment.
TS in Brazil, with 32 lodges and 24 groups, celebrated its centenary in November, with a week of lectures, cultural events, photography exhibition, and a theosophical presentation. A commemorative book, Theosophy, The Truth of All Ages, 100 Years of the TS in Brazil, was launched. The 40th summer school was held online in end of January on spiritual wisdom for life transformation with over 210 participants. The International Theosophical School and Winter Seminar was held online on the theme Science and Spirituality with 338 participants, including from other countries. Also, 2 virtual national programs were launched: online groups of Theosophical Studies and virtual study groups with books for continuing the activities unhindered. The library has a new system, and videos were made available on the TV channel as well as the website. a program that includes lectures for managing depression and preventing suicides is in place in partnership with the University of Brasilia. TPH published 6 books during the year. Sophia Magazine entered its 17th year, and 4,000 copies are distributed via newsstands. TS Canada was founded in 1924. The current membership is 116. Despite obstacles experienced during the COVID-19 pandemic, several opportunities emerged by adapting to the situation, using imagination, and learning to think outside the box. Online Theosophical study sessions were very successful. The national conferences attracted more members than many past in-person events. It also enabled inviting world-class speakers for seminars and lectures. While the return to face-to-face meetings was welcome, there is a clear intention to maintain and improve the online method. This will allow organizing pan-Canadian and international conferences and seminars, further facilitating the development of a nucleus of universal brotherhood.
Costa Rica, founded in 1997, has a membership of 56. The sessions for the 4 lodges, given the pandemic condition, were held online, though it had to be gradually introduced due to non-familiarity of many members with the technology. It is noteworthy that this did not hold up the sessions. No summer school, seminars, or workshops were planned during the period. Each of the celebratory days were organized by a different lodge, and all the lodges participated. Public talks, including international talks and basic courses, were done online. The Cuban section was founded in 1905 and has a membership of 576. The annual convention was not celebrated due to the authorities' prohibitions for meetings during the year. Regular meetings and activities began again in November of 2021. Due to reasons concerning the economic regime, branches, lodges, and individual members have been unable to have virtual meetings, so the section did not have the usual meetings and studies. A couple of chat groups were devoted to theosophical studies, and information via Facebook continued. The magazine Revista Teosófica Cubana continued in electronic form.
TS Dominican Republic was founded in 1987. The current membership is 51. 2 lodges and a study group make up the agency. Multiple batches of the introductory course in Theosophy were conducted. The intermediate course Part 1 was also done, and Part 2 is in progress. The study of HPB's Isis Unveiled and J. Krishnamurti's At the Feet of the Master was completed, and HPB's The Key to Theosophy is in progress during the weekly sessions. Face-to-face meetings are planned from October 2021. There were also conferences on the Fathers of Humanity in April and an approach to consciousness according to science and theosophy in July. TS in Mexico was founded in 1919. The current membership is 120. A new general secretary was elected for 3 years who has the ambitious plan of growing the membership to over 1,000 in that period by implementing measures for active participation of members, forming a theosophical training and dissemination school, formation of new study centers, and so on. Arrangements were made for the celebration of the 100th anniversary of the section. The library, bookstore, archives, and maintenance of the main building are being organized. Accounts and legal are being reviewed. Monthly meetings are planned with the officers of the lodges. Lodges and study centers have regular online meetings. The headquarters building is being renovated. The membership is being verified. Information is shared via the website, Facebook, and YouTube. TS Peru was founded in 1924. The current membership is 40. The 2 lodges together had 17 online public talks during the year. They also offered 2 courses online, Basics of Esoteric Philosophy during February to April and the Basic Course of Theosophy in March. Lodge meetings were also online throughout the year. There is a meditation group which held 8 meetings during the year. In addition, frequent attenders of public meetings, called sympathizers, were invited for separate meetings for more interaction, and eventually, 70% of them became new members. Foundation Day, Adyar Day, and White Lotus Day were celebrated as usual. TS Puerto Rico was founded in 1925. The current membership is 49. Some of the 3 lodges have resumed physical meetings while the online mode is still being used. In October, the agency participated in the seminar Seek Your Refuge Only in the Eternal, as part of the Magna School of Theosophy's work for the Spanish-speaking community in the Americas. Regular lodge work has been going on, and recent study topics include the Mahatma Letters and I.K. Taiwanese self-culture. The TS building is under repair, and the library is being organized.
In Uruguay, weekly meetings continued online without interruption throughout the year. Members also took part in online global events, mostly in Latin America and Spain. A few of the books studied were by Blavatsky, Krishnamurti, Carol Pearson, and so on. Members also watched videos of Sadhguru, Borja Vilasecas, Emilio Carrillo, Maurice Brigitte Champontier, Eckhart Tolle, Mario Saban, Eric Corbera, Mario Alonso Puig, Nazareth Castellanos, and Rudolf Steiner, as well as the Disney movie Soul. The Theosophical Society in America was founded in 1886. It's the oldest section in the theosophical world. Membership is 3,371. The main building was closed to the public during the pandemic, but the outreach has expanded during the year, owing to the hard work of the staff at the national headquarters and the increased online presence of seekers, attending programs, viewing YouTube videos, and visiting Theosophy Wiki. The Philanthropy Department, formed in September of 2020, was successful in garnering support beyond expectations. Though the Henry Steele Olcott Memorial Library and the Archives Department remained closed to the public, they continued to provide services via phone, email, and post to researchers, members, and the general public. The online archive collection has doubled, especially audio recordings. Digitization of papers, microfilm, and slides continued. The wiki had over 250,000 users from over 200 countries. The IS and IT department enabled staff to work from home with minimal disruption. They also used the opportunity to research, fix, and upgrade the website, security system, and so on. The audiovisual department produced over 100 new video titles, many of them of meditation programs, for distribution through YouTube, Facebook, the library, and the TSA and Quest Books websites. The bookshop had a challenging year due to the closures, but it enabled the redesign of the interior for better visitor access and some catch-up work. Most local groups and national speakers shifted to online mode for meetings and presentations, and it is highly likely that they will remain popular even after in-person meetings are allowed. The prison program continues to draw new mentors and prisoners. The TPH in Wheaton has been creating audiobooks to augment the existing print, internet, and video content. The Public Programs Department streamed and later made available the recordings of 36 weekly lectures and 38 online workshops attended by over 1,600 viewers via YouTube. Also, 23 online classes of 4 to 6 weeks duration were offered, with participation of over 1,000 people. The summer convention was held online. The marketing department has increased Facebook users by over 60%, and YouTube subscription has crossed the 100,000 mark. The Quest magazine has adopted full-color format starting with the summer 2021 issue, which enhances the magazine's visual beauty. Now, the main fundraising ad has been added with themes of sacred art, science, spirituality, and the world's esoteric traditions. The buildings are open in the fall of 2021, and personal retreats can be arranged at the national headquarters. In Venezuela, the two lodges celebrated Foundation Day and White Lotus Day. The members meet for 2 hours every Sunday at 11 a.m. They studied talks on the path of occultism, the eternal wisdom of life by Clara Codd, the Theosophical Movement, and Study and Reflection on Compassion by Catherine Beachy. They also had a seminar on the Divine Pimender by Martin Lederman.